All right. Good afternoon. This is Frank Hawkins. Today we're going to do a conversation about talking real housing with Frank. My experience in the local real estate business began in 1968. Our company was formed here first in Tacoma, Washington in 1946. The trends in Pierce County particularly are beginning to show signs of increased strength. We're moving out of a downturn which typically have caused real estate values to stay the same, but for the number of units to decline so that the overall volumes of real estate sales decline. We are seeing prices holding. We're seeing inventory levels staying relatively small. We're seeing improvement in the market data overall. In fact, the market data from 2023 to year-to-date 2024 shows an increase in volume of over 4.5% and an increase of units of over 2.5%, while prices have increased by 5%. All of these are positive signs. We are in the midst of an election year, and there's going to be constant controversy. Every talking head is going to have a different idea about what's going to happen to the economy, and quite frankly, none of this is going to be known until we get into the last half of 2024 and we get the election in our rearview mirror. Typically, however, in the year after a presidential election, the housing market rallies and interest rates decline. I'm forecasting that by the first or second quarter of 2025, residential interest rates are going to begin with a 5. Who wouldn't be encouraged to be in the real estate market at that point? And 12 months from now, I'm convinced they'll be able to refinance into a long-term mortgage product that will be in the 5% interest range. The market shift that we saw that occurred during the first half of 2023 reduced the average sales price in Pierce County for the first time since 2010. From 2010 through 2023, we saw increases every year in the average sales price in Pierce County. That is the longest running bull market in the residential real estate that I can remember. We've had our correction. It corrected in 2023, and already year-to-date 2024 is above 2023 in average sales price, in average closed residential units per month, and in terms of maintaining days on the market, they're almost relatively the same as to where we were in the beginning of 2023. So overall, these trends all indicate a strengthening in the residential real estate market. I think we've had our adjustment, and I think as soon as the election is behind us, we're definitely going to be moving forward. In 2010, when we first emerged from the Great Recession of 2008 and 2009, on average, the number of months inventory in the Pierce County marketplace was 7.5 months worth of inventory. Today, there's less than 2 months worth of inventory. We're a third of the way there. So inventory is going to remain our single largest problem. When there's a lack of inventory and there is sufficient demand, that's what puts pressure on prices. And I believe we're going to continue to see prices increase into 2025. It's the increase in prices that worries me more than anything else. But for those people who are invested in residential real estate or real estate in general, their individual personal wealth is increasing with those increased prices. The residential real estate market is very cyclical. 60% of all the business activity in the residential real estate market in Pierce County historically occurs between the months of May and September. The other 7 months out of the year provide only 40% of the activity. So in the season that we're in right now and heading into this in these summer months is the time when we should normally be seeing the largest volume of real estate activity. And in fact, we are, even with these increasing prices and with the reduced inventory. In the residential real estate business, the summer months are akin to the department stores' Christmas sales months, where they do the largest percentage of their business just prior to the holidays. We do the largest percentage of our business during the summer months. I oftentimes make a joking comment that beautiful people purchase beautiful properties in the beautiful weather, and conversely, you can make up your own story for what happens in the wintertime around here. Business activity adjustments are a regular occurrence in the real estate industry. It appears to me that there's a cycle that repeats itself every 7 to 10 years, and we have been through a 14-year cycle since the Great Recession of 2009, 2010, which was the longest running upward cycle that I've experienced in my 58 years in the real estate business. We've had a minor correction. The marketplace dropped in terms of overall units by almost 20% in 2023. It's recovered all but 4% of that in 2024. And I suspect that we'll see that continuation of that recovery, which to me signals that we have completed the dip that was necessary and sort of always been thought of as being on the horizon, and we're moving forward into much more positive territory in the residential real estate sales business. I've enjoyed spending time with you this afternoon. I hope that this information has been and will be beneficial to you and better understanding the residential real estate business. I would be more than happy to answer any individual questions that you might have. You'll note below the comment section, feel free to write me with your questions, and I'll do my very best to give you the best response I can. In the meantime, get out there and sell something.